Good morning, everybody. How are you doing on this fantastic weekend? I am going to pull SD cards this Trail Camera Tuesday. Also might do a little bit of work while we're out there, but we'll see on that in a second. All right, now that we're out of the driveway, I can talk to you guys for a second. Yeah, that was the new Sergeant Hunter's headquarters shed there. Just gotta pick it up a little bit and clean it because it is a disaster zone right now. We will definitely be doing like an MTV Cribs type of deal here real soon. But for now, let's just hit the road and get over there as fast as we can, shall we? Keep those mosquitoes off my neck today. So sick of having bites on the back of my neck. All right, got the bear repellent, got SD cards, and you guys, let's go switch some out. Are starting to die off these trees that tipped over. You can see a little bit better in this valley, but it does not look good. It's gonna be interesting once like full on falls here and the leaves are gone. We'll be able to see how bad the damage really is. But I'm taking this camera with me. It's time to move it. The only camera we're gonna keep out here is on that cornfield edge there. It's produced the most pictures, produced the most bucks. This doesn't have a very big area to take a picture of anyway, so I'm just going to take this camera and utilize it somewhere else. '89 photos on the cornfield, so excited to see what's all on there. Time to head to the next property though. This camera. Ooh, a bear definitely got a hold of this camera. It was pointed that direction. It was right here. That bear flipped that camera all the way and pushed it this way. You can see all the dirt and gunk on it. See if you got any pictures before, we'll just swap the SD card on this one actually. I'll check the pictures later. I'm gonna turn it back on the tree, point back the way I want it to point, and then just swap the SD card. Alright, so while we wait for this to get its signal and stuff, which isn't the best, but we're good. I just wanted to give you a quick update on the cell cam. I love it. I love it a lot. I really like how it operates, how it runs. And if there's one piece of advice, if you do go this route, make sure to put it on the send a picture every time it takes one for probably the first week minimum, because if you're changing settings and you're trying to get your camera set up properly, it's only going to pull those settings down every time it transfers a photo. So for like a minimum of the first week, I would absolutely set it to send a picture every time it takes one. It'll warn you like, oh, you should definitely have it on 12-volt battery, but I have mine on AA's. They've been out for 2 weeks now. They've sent I think like 200 or 300 photos, and they're still good. So that's my biggest takeaway from this so far is probably wear gloves, because a bear has attacked this one, and now my antenna's a little loose, which is probably what causes my sometimes I have one bar, sometimes I have 4. I think it's because when that bear was messing with it, it almost ripped the antenna off. So probably find a way to keep that secure as well. But anyway, that's a rundown here. I moved that camera. It was on just like an open spot down in there where I saw some acorns. I moved it. As you can see, there's a trail that goes up on here, and there's a cross trail, and the field is just on the other side here, and this trail goes up, into these pines back here where I'm assuming some deer should be bedding at some point. So I left it right here. I'm gonna have to come clean this up one day though. There's some trees from the storm across it, and yeah, this new property, it's looking good. I like how everything is laid out. I like how it sits. Like all the different sections of the property are really nice. Definitely gonna throw a food plot in. If not this year, definitely next spring, closer to the house. But this is only 13 acres. It definitely can hunt it like 20, 25 acres for sure. I'm gonna spend about an hour, just see how much of the weeds I can cut up there. And if I make a pretty good chunk, I'm putting a food plot in this year. I'll come back with a rake and get it to the ground and throw some turnip in there, because it'll grow fast. But anyway, too much rambling. Got the camera set up, and it's time to get back to the four-wheeler and do some work. That grouse just scared the hell out of me. Oh. Alright, so I just ran a bunch of this over here with the four-wheeler, trying to flatten it a little bit. The only problem with this spot is there's nowhere for a tree stand anywhere near this spot. It's all birch trees everywhere around there. So I'll need a little platform somewhere if I want to bow hunt this, but this is definitely a perfect spot for a good little food plot. And if we can level all this, get some good food plot in here next year, we're gonna be set. Just need probably on that end a little like a platform with a blind on it, or maybe on that end a platform with a blind on it, if not both. But we'll see. I'm gonna take these two tools, run the batteries dry, and see how flat and cut up I can get all this in the next, I don't know, hour. Let's do it. All right, it's been about 25 minutes or so. Doesn't look like I did a lot, but everything that was down is now cut, and I just need to come through with some sort of rake, four-wheeler object to help me get the rest. That's just all raspberry bushes and those thorny bastards. So hard to cut. And then I got this a little bit and down into that hill, you can't really tell, but there's just piles of bushes still about. Just need to get a rake and come out here another day and keep her going. But yeah, we got a good scraping tree right in the middle of the field here once we make it a field. So let's head out, get the last of the camera cards and head home. Alrighty then, I guess this is how I'm gonna record this on my drive to work. Last night I had all kinds of technical problems with recording Trail Camera Tuesday, so I'm just going to record a quick thing here and I'll just put the pictures of what I'm talking about. I'll just hit the highlights instead of going through everything. I recorded this twice. Once the camera died, the second time the recording on the computer failed and I couldn't splice them together. So here we are. Anyway, we're gonna start in the cornfield. Cornfield corner photos that I got right now, they're probably producing the biggest bucks, and I'm pretty sure there's two. These two, so there's like a 20-minute period here. That is a really nice buck. We got one really nice one, we'll throw him up. And then we have another big one that I don't think it's the same buck. The shapes look different. I don't have them both at the same time, or anything like that. But the other thing the cornfield is producing is a lot of 2-year-old bucks. Some pretty good sized 2-year-old, some pretty good sized 2-year-old, and some pretty good sized 3-year-old bucks for sure. So it's looking promising for the future. Hopefully once the loggers come through and fix all the storm damage and the trees down, we'll have a better feel for what the woods is like. Cornfield produces some pretty good bucks. And this guy too. He's wandering around. Luckily he didn't touch this camera. If a bear messed with this camera, it'd be gone. It's not in the ground very well. But hey, whatever. At least he isn't messing with it, right? And then we'll move just right over the kill plot, the camera I removed. There's only 2 highlights here. One is a foggy photo of a pretty nice buck. Can't really get a great view of him. You can't quite tell how big he really is. This is the only photo I got, kind of foggy. And then we got this guy, bam! Very different genetics for this property. Don't know if that's because of the storm damage or just maybe this one's just wandering through, but a really wide buck like that hasn't really been out there since I've been hunting there. I don't know if Jordan has seen him before, but all the racks that come out of there usually look the same in the past few years. And this one's very different from the genetics in the area. So it's really nice to see a buck like that wandering around. It's really nice. Now we go to a different county in Wisconsin and we're gonna check out the new property. I put one camera on a specific spot that I wanted. It was a cross trail between where I want to put the food plot and maybe some bedding up behind the swamp. First picture at 7 a.m. and then there's the sky and there's the ground, and this bear played with it until 9 a.m. and now my camera's pointed the wrong way, so all we get is this one buck. That's all we get. So that was kind of disappointing, but I turned it back. Hopefully he doesn't mess with it this week. But I can tell you he messed with the cell camera this week, Here's a photo of that. I thought my camera was gone because it didn't take a picture for like a day and a half after this, and the antenna was already loose from the first time he messed with this cell camera. So I thought for sure he had ripped the antenna off or something this time, but still sending pictures. Don't really have any deer on that camera though. So we had one day where 3 bucks walked through on the cell cam, and that was it. The rest have been a few does here and there and some birds. So very interesting. This photo that it sent, I'm pretty sure that's an owl or something flying through at night. You can see the wing marks at the top of the picture. But hey, I'm loving the cell camera. For an update on that, I know I already said it in the woods, but just reiterating, I'm loving it. Batteries have been going strong for 3 weeks while sending a picture every time it takes one, which is not recommended, but it's still going strong. So I'm loving it so far. Loving the experience, and the quality. The quality is really good for it bouncing between 1 bar and 3 bars. These quality of photos are pretty good. And then when you pull the card and you take the actual, the hard copy of the photos, they're really good quality. Like, this is a good quality camera for under 19 bucks. So I already have a bunch of viewer photos, but obviously I don't want to throw them in right now, so we're doing it next week. So if you have any trail camera photos you'd like to share with the class, go ahead and send them to right here. Send them right here, SgtOutdoors@gmail.com. If you want to pick up a hoodie or something, go ahead and hit up this link right here, SgtOutdoors.com. There's some pretty good clothing in there. I'm a little biased. I really enjoy it. But hey, go ahead and hit that up if you want to. And that's where I leave you guys. Send your trail camera photos. I'll throw them in next week's episode. I already have a few, so go ahead and send them in. Instagram, Facebook, wherever you can send them, whatever's easiest for you, go ahead and do that. And yeah, that's where I'll leave you guys. Off to work for the longest day ever. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the dislike button if that's what you're into. And if you made it this far anyway, like, go ahead and hit anything. Comment below what you're seeing on your trail cameras. Go ahead and comment below and see. Let me know what state you're in, what you're hunting, what you're excited for. And yeah, until next time, see you guys in the woods.